Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be your enemies are not the problem. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your enemies are not the problem. Now I know this is gonna sound like a contradiction, okay? Because I am notorious for making videos about paying attention for your enemies and paying attention to your enemies, right? Watching the adversary and, watching the opposition. So I understand that and I get it. However, y'all, this video is going to be a little different. And the reason why is because I have come to realization and the understanding that your enemies literally cannot harm you unless you put them in position to. Okay, let me say that once again, y'all. Your enemies cannot harm you unless you place them in position to, which means you are around people who hate you, all right? You associate yourself with people who dislike you, and you allow people who hate you and despise you to come into your home, all right? Outside of that, y'all, they have no business being around you. Your enemies are far out, right? However, y'all, I want you to pay attention to them close ones, okay? I need you to watch those close ones because those are the people that you overlook due to love. Those are the people you give a pass to due to love. And those are the individuals that you allow to get away with murder due to love, okay? Love can be dangerous, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say love can be dangerous. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say love can be dangerous, right? But with that being said, y'all, make sure that you understand the importance of realizing your enemies are really not the problem, okay? At least it's not as big as we make it, okay? Now, there was a great philosopher who said this. Maybe it was Muhammad Ali. However, y'all, it was a great philosopher. He said that the hands can't touch what the eyes can't see, right? The hands can't touch, y'all, what the eyes cannot see. And what that simply means is that it don't matter how strong you are, how swift you are, how powerful you are, right? It does not matter what attributes you have. If you can't see it, then you cannot touch it. Let me make the distinction between faith, right? Faith is the evidence of things unseen, all right? Faith is also, the hope for things that has not come to pass, right? So I'm not saying that, your faith does not matter, belief does not matter, okay? I'm talking about physical, okay? I'm talking about physical. If a person cannot, see you, how can they touch you? Meaning, if they're thousands of miles away and you are behind this brick wall, if you are inside of this cage, if you are protected by God, how can they touch you? They can't even see you. That's what I mean, y'all, all right? I just had to make that distinction because I know it was going to be somebody who said, well, Reno, what about faith? Not this one right here, y'all, okay? But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this video. But before we do so, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get into it, family. Number one, they are predictable, all right? Your enemies are predictable, family. And the reason why they are predictable is because, listen, you expect the enemy to be an enemy, right? I expect the snake to be a snake. Why would I trust it not to bite me? Like, why would I trust it not to shed? Why would I trust it not to slither? That's what it was designed to do, okay? Somebody drop in the comments and say, a snake gonna be a snake. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say a snake gonna be a snake. Now, when it comes to understanding who the snake is, that is not necessarily the easy part. Maybe you had to get stabbed in the heart, stabbed in the back, talked about, slandered, rumors spread it, okay? Something had to happen in order for you to get that information and be comfortable with that information, right? Some people are delusional to who are the snakes in their lives, and I truly understand that. Some of these people bathed you, fed you, brought you in, took you in, right? And it is a difficult task to understand that, hey, the person you've known your whole life hates you. The person you've known your whole life is a snake. The person you've known your whole life cannot be trusted. That is a hard pill to swallow, and I truly, truly understand that, okay? But you have to know that once you figure out who your enemies are, they are not as dangerous to you as you may think. Why? Because they are predictable. They only become dangerous when you are delusional about who they are and about what they are capable of. Make sense to what I'm saying, y'all? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm well aware. Now, y'all let me cook with hot grease with this one, y'all. What I'm telling you is, just like the movie on Good Deeds, y'all, that's what it's called, Good Deeds. The movie that Tyler Perry, I think he wrote, directed, of course, okay? He produced it, I would like to say. And within that movie, y'all, he was married to Gabrielle Union, and he was the rich guy. The lady that he ended up liking more than his own wife was, ironically, she was poor, I would say, right? Not in the mentality, but just more so poor in terms of her economic situation. She had a child and she was going through it, right? Like losing her home, losing her car, almost losing her job. Like she was going through it, okay? And family, us as chosen ones, we know what go through it mean. I mean, we get to the lowest. Family, she was going through it. You would think she was chosen, all right? But one thing she did for Tyler Perry was pull that edge out of him, right? She pulled that edge out of him. And he started looking at life a little different, right? Although he's rich, he's not wanting for anything financially. However, he realized what he was lacking emotionally. And one thing that stood out to me that the poor lady said was, you are predictable. You're very consistent. And so he thought to himself, if she thinks this, I wonder what my wife thinks. And Gabrielle Union, the woman who played his wife, she thought the same thing. She began to step outside of their marriage and have more fun, start going out more. She stopped focusing on being a wife and just more so being a roommate, a companion. And so what happened was, family, is that within that time of being with her, he realized that Gabrielle is not what I really want. He realized that, I think I like the girl a bit more. And she taught him how not to be so predictable. Be spontaneous. Live. Be edgy. Listen to different music. Listen to different things. And so without going into this whole Good Deeds tangent, what I want y'all to understand is that he was very predictable. Now, I'm not calling him an enemy, but when a person is calculated and when a person's steps can be predicted, it means that, you don't have to worry about what they're doing and who they're doing it with. You already know. His wife, Gabrielle, knew that, okay, he gets off at this time, he wake up at this time, he go here, he does this. She knew his schedule down to the T. She knew his schedule down to the T, all right? And that's why she noticed whenever he made that transition and the switch up, right? Hold on, you switched up on me. What you doing? You listening to different songs and different music? Hold on, who you talking to? You starting to talk a little different. Who you having conversations with? This is how you know. But sticking to the point, y'all, your enemies are predictable, okay? And that's why I say they're not really the problem. You really shouldn't worry about your enemies because they are predictable. You know what they're going to do. Trust them to be who they are, and that is a snake, all right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I trust you to be who you've always been, all right? Number 2, y'all, you can use them, okay? You can use them. It speaks about this, y'all, in the 48 Laws of Power, and what it says about enemies is they are so willing to prove something to you, okay? Because they know who they are. They know what their agenda is. They know what it is that they have planned against you, right? And so what they want to do is prove their loyalty to you so you can then trust them. That's their whole goal, right? However, y'all, again, you don't trust the enemy to be your friend. You trust an enemy to be your enemy. However, y'all, you can use an enemy quicker than you can a fake friend. Think about it. A person who is in a relationship with you, and if they don't love you, they're going to make it known in so many ways within their actions, right? If a person won't kiss you and y'all are in a relationship, it lets you know where they stand with you. If a person can't hug you and y'all are married, it lets you know where they stand with you, all right? If you have a friendship with a person, and if they always tell you no, they can't assist you, help you, even the free things. Hey, man, can you share my post? That lets you know where they stand with you. What I'm saying is, y'all, is that people who are close in, you can't really use them. And when I say use them, y'all, not in a bad way too. Like utilize, like let's just say if you have a friend group to where y'all are able to pay for each other dinners or lunch, So, hey, man, I got us on Wednesday. And the other guy say, hey, bro, I got us on Thursday, or next Thursday. That is utilizing one another. I'm not just using you. I'm not just getting you to go in your pocket and that's it. No, we're utilizing one another. That's a difference. Using is when a person is always asking and begging. They always got a sob story. And when you come to them with your sob story, when you come to them with your situation, your problem, and your issue, they can't help you out. They like, I'm all out, dog. I don't got no more favors. I done helped Johnny over here and I helped Derek. And man, it's getting hard for him. I got to pay these bills, man. Brother got bills, right? They're not reciprocating the energy. And that's what we want. That's what we need. We need them to reciprocate the energy. That's the difference in between a person using you and utilizing you. If we both can benefit from one another, cool. If you can only benefit from me, or if I can only benefit from you, then that means one of us are using the other. Okay? So, getting back to the point. The point is, y'all, you can use your enemies. Okay? So, y'all ever seen the mafia movies where, the Big Don has an issue with Tommy, or he got an issue with Paula, whatever the case is, and let's just say he has dissected Paula or Tommy, and he knows that he has issues within his marriage. And he knows that his wife plans to leave him, okay? However, he says, you know what? I can use her, okay? Now, technically, she would be considered an enemy as well, okay? However, he says, I know I can use her because she wants to take down Tommy or Paula. All right, or Paulie. Paulie. There we go. Okay, and he uses her because he know that she wants to benefit in some way, shape, form, or fashion. All right, he can use her, although she's an enemy, or technically would be considered an enemy, because he don't know. He's just taking a chance and playing chess. Although she is considered to be an enemy, he still uses her. Why? Because I know for a fact that I can get to him closer or get to him quicker, right? By you being closer. She's on the outside. She's an enemy. But he utilized the close one in on him to infiltrate and take him down. Makes sense to what I'm saying, y'all? That's why I say, don't worry about enemies. They're going to be who they've always been, okay? You have to pay attention to people who are on the inside, not those who are far away. Make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 3, it's going to be this right here, family. One fake friend is worse than 1,000 real enemies, right? Let me say that louder, y'all, for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, one fake friend is worse than 1,000 real enemies, okay? I read in the book, y'all, where it says that one enemy in the house is more dangerous than 1,000 enemies on the outside of the house. Which means the same thing, y'all. However, it gives you perspective and context. All right, let me cut deep in that, y'all. So y'all remember the situation. It was very tragic, y'all. 9/11, right? For that to happen, it took for those guys to get on that plane with box cutters and hijack it, right? So that they could then crash the plane. Family, when you're talking about a situation like that, it took people on the inside of America plotting, planning, and understanding how they could carry out such tragic event. Okay? And so when they were in the motion in the air, it made you realize that it don't matter about any of the terrorists that are outside of the country. It matters about the terrorists that are on the inside of the country. One fake friend is worse and more dangerous than 1,000 real enemies. There were just a Cybertruck, speaking currently, y'all, a Cybertruck that just blew up in, I want to say, Las Vegas, right in front of the Trump Towers. And it's labeled as an ISIS attack. It was something that just happened in New Orleans as well, where the guy, took his truck and ran over a lot of people. And it was about 10 to 15 deaths, I want to say. And there was some injuries. It's pretty bad, y'all. Terrible. And they are pretty much trying to connect it to one another. And I understand why. Because when 9/11 was here, it was a crash, with the Pentagon, headed to the White House, and then New York. So they were all spread. So I understand why they're trying to connect it. But the point is, y'all, one fake friend is worse or more dangerous than 1,000 real enemies. So if there are 1,000 people who hate you outside of the country, it matters if you go into their territory. But what's more dangerous is that one fake person inside of your country. Because they can disguise themselves, mask themselves, talk the language, speak the part. Oh, yeah. And then cause infiltration. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know, okay? Number 4, y'all. Close ones know more about you, all right? Close ones know more about you. And that's just real, y'all. They know your deepest secrets. They know your vulnerabilities. They know who you used to date in kindergarten, all right? Depending on how far y'all went back, they know. They knew, what you like to eat for dinner. They know where you like to go for fun. They know everything about you, all right? So it means whenever something go down, they'll be the first ones to spray all your business out to the public. If they are fake people, they're going to be the first to tell your enemies about what you got going on. You know why people who, like your enemies and people who you haven't talked to in years, days, months, right, decades, know your business? Because people who are close in are telling them. That's what's going on. They are telling them, giving them the latest update. Yeah, he just got in that car accident. Yeah, he just got divorced. Yeah, he over there, laying up with that girl. She's still with, little Benny, who still be beating on her. Yeah, she's still doing the same thing. They are keeping them updated, right? So you got to know that close ones know more about you, which means it makes them more of a liability to your business, more of a liability to your life, okay? Y'all remember on Why Did I Get Married, how Sheila aired everybody out? Oh, yeah, if I go down, it's going to be some other people on this ship sinking with me. Oh, yeah, family. She put everybody out there. She put everybody out there. Okay? And I'm sorry, y'all. Not Sheila. It was my man with the bald head. That's who put everybody out there. My bad, y'all. Okay? Because I want to say Sheila started it. Right? I think Sheila started it. However, And I keep saying Sheila. It's the crazy one with the big mouth, y'all. Sheila is Jill Scott. She was the nice one. But it was another one. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm getting my words mixed up. But the point remains, y'all. The bald head guy, the dark skinned one, he put everybody out there, y'all. Okay? Because he knew the most about everybody's business. All right? He knew the most about everybody's business. And so, family, sticking to the point, you got to pay attention to the close ones because they are liabilities. They are the real liabilities. They are the ones who can crash the ship at any given moment. But to make sure you trust them. All right? Number 5, family, enemies hate from afar. Okay? Enemies hate from afar. So, family, when you're talking about people being distanced out, okay? When you're talking about people being on social media, when you're talking about people being in different cities and states and countries, when you're talking about stuff like that, y'all, you have to know and you gotta know that these people are not in position to touch you or harm you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, okay? And so, for instance, y'all, I'm a content creator, right? I create content for a living. So some people will agree with what I talk about. Some people won't agree with what I talk about. However, y'all, that means that I'm going to have enemies and I'm going to have fans. I'm going to have people who support me and I'm going to have people who don't support me. I can't care about it. I can't care about how this person feel, that person feel. Okay? And to be quite honest with y'all, I don't care about how anybody feel. To be real. Because that is for my own sanity. Reno, what are you saying right now? I let enemies hate from afar. Watch me from YouTube. Watch me from Facebook. Watch me from Instagram. Talk about me, Reno, he's ugly and black and he shouldn't have said that about the president and the secretary and everybody else. I hate him. He got man boobs. Don't care. Have a great day while you're at it. Peace. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? You cannot care about those who sit from afar, hating on you. You know, tell them to get that hate out their heart, y'all. Right? Drop in the comments and say, get that hate out your heart. It's about love. Love is kind, love is patient, and God is love, okay? But anyway, y'all, your enemies hate from afar. And that's just simply what it is, y'all. But anyway, let's go ahead and do this recap and then we'll conclude this video. So number 1, they are predictable. Number 2, you can use them. Number 3, one fake friend is worse than 1,000 real enemies. Number 4, close ones know more about you. And number 5, enemies hate from afar, okay? Y'all already know how we do. If you would like to purchase any one of my Yes Sir t-shirts, book a one-on-one session with me, enroll into my social influence course, or purchase any one of my books, you can do so by hitting the link in my description. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments, social influence. If you want to build up your social influence, click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.